I'm Zach the Mothman Daggy, and this is Midnight Spookshow, your online source for all the horror news, reviews, and interviews that you can scream at. And for this edition of Midnight Spookshow, it is a review of the film Case 39. Now, Case 39 is a film that, made in 2006, was released in theaters in the fall of 2010. And it just came out on DVD. Had my first chance of seeing it then. And, it's directed by Christian Alvart. He's the guy who did Pandorum, as well as Curiosity and the Cat. It stars Renée Zellweger of Chicago and Nurse Betty, which is a personal favorite of mine. And it also has Bradley Cooper before his career really took off. You may know him from The Hangover, as well as a really awesome horror film called Midnight Meat Train. It also has Ian McShane, who lives in Deadwood, or The Pillars of the Earth, and a young actress by the name of Jodelle Furland. She was in The Messengers and Silent Hill. The plotline of this film is that a social worker, Renée Zellweger, is investigating a case of child abuse. And long story short, ends up taking this little girl that's being abused into her custody. And in doing so, invites evil to her house. I gotta say, I really dug the directing in this film. At times it really kind of put me in mind of The Ring. It kind of had that vibe about it. In fact, this movie really is The Omen meets A Nightmare on Elm Street with a Ring vibe. I don't really want to say the reasons for that, because by doing that, I start going into spoilers for the film, and I'd rather not do that. Because really what makes a big part of this film work is the less you know about it, the better. Because it takes the cliche evil child horror film and does some interesting things that I hadn't really seen done before. Maybe in other types of horror films, but not really combined into this unique take on it. But I gotta say, like I said, directing is spectacular. Music, I kind of wish was better. It never really hit the right mood for me. I think with a better score, this film would have been spectacular, an instant classic. But a score really can make or break a film. And while the story in this is fantastic, the music was a bit distracting for me. Also, the editing could have been better as well. It'll suddenly jump to another scene without a proper conclusion to the first. And it does this a few times in the film. It's not heavily done this way, it's just enough to be a bit annoying. The film does take a while to get off the ground, but when it does get off the ground, it is really, really creepy. It's a bit of a slow burn film. So, you have stuff setting up, hints of what's to come, and then the, shit hits the fan. And it does so repeatedly. I mean, it really, once the first uber creepy event happens, which I think is the wasp scene, with Bradley Cooper, which you have seen in the trailer, that scene just creeped the hell out of me. I mean, this is where really good directing comes in. You could have a, wasp attack type scene, and have it just be, okay, well, that happened. The way it was drawn out and progressed, and the imagery in it, it was just creepy as hell. And then, like I said, that's really kind of the first, okay, this movie really starts getting going at that point. And then it's just kind of another what the hell moment, then another and another, and it just keeps building until the very end, which I gotta say, I kind of thought I had the ending pegged, but it ended up going differently, which I really enjoyed. And I gotta give a lot of credit to the reason this film works is because of Jodelle Furland, the little girl in this. I mean, she can play really sweet and then be really creepy at the drop of a hat. I mean, it's something to see. It's awesome. And I gotta say, the violent imagery in this film works. It's not excessively gory. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of gore in this film, but the violence in it is more imagery based. It's the idea of what you're seeing on the screen that really just makes it work. And so I gotta say, Case 39 is really kind of an underappreciated film, in my opinion. Because from the trailers and stuff, I thought, it's gonna be okay at best. It really blew me away. I don't think it's gonna be a classic by any means, but it's definitely worth checking out. Rent it if you can, or buy it if you want. I've got a link in the show notes to where you can get a copy of it right now at Amazon.com. By clicking that link and buying it that way, you're supporting Midnight Spook Show in the process, as Amazon is an affiliate of Midnight Spook Show, and so there you have it. So again, the show, or rather the movie, is Case 39. Check it out. I highly recommend it. And do remember, Moth Maniacs, that when watching great horror films, be sure to turn out the lights and turn it up. Cheers. This episode of Midnight Spook Show is brought to you by Angie's List. If you're looking for the best doctor, plumber, caterer, or dentist, Angie's List has you covered. They supply a list of some of the best and worst contractors in your area. And you can save 25% off your membership at Angie's List simply by signing up over at angieslist.com/midnight. And yes, indeed, Midnight Spook Show is proud to be a paid affiliate of Angie's List.